Welcome to our video where we're going to be sharing some surprising and fascinating basketball facts that you may not have known before. Basketball is one of the most popular and beloved sports in the world, with a rich and storied history. From the game's origins to its modern-day evolution, there are countless fascinating facts and tidbits to explore. In this video, we're going to be highlighting 5 unique and lesser-known facts that will give you a new appreciation for the game of basketball. Whether you're a die-hard fan or simply interested in learning more about the sport, we guarantee you'll learn something new from this video. So sit back, relax, and get ready to expand your knowledge of basketball with these 5 fascinating facts. Place number 5. James Naismith invented basketball. Back in 1891, James Naismith was tasked with creating an indoor winter activity by his boss at a YMCA in Springfield, Massachusetts. Naismith, who was a physical education teacher, came up with the concept of basketball and is now credited as its founder. Not only did he invent the game itself, but he also wrote the original basketball rulebook, which established the regulations and guidelines still used in the game today. Additionally, Naismith founded the University of Kansas basketball program, which remains a powerhouse in college basketball to this day. As such, Naismith's contributions to the sport of basketball cannot be overstated, and his legacy lives on as one of the most influential figures in the game's history. Place number 4. Basketball was played with a different ball. Believe it or not, basketball was initially played with a soccer ball and peach baskets, and the game was quite different from the modern version we know today. Referees had to retrieve the ball each time a player made a basket, making the game much slower and less fluid. However, in 1900, the traditional string baskets we see in modern basketball were introduced to the game, bringing significant improvements to the overall gameplay experience. Later on, backboards were also added to the game, preventing spectators from blocking a shot and allowing players to make more complex and dynamic moves. The evolution of the game of basketball throughout history is a testament to its enduring popularity and relevance as a beloved sport around the world. Place number 3. Dribbling wasn't allowed. In the early days of basketball, players were not allowed to advance the ball down the court by dribbling it. Instead, they had to throw the ball from wherever they caught it, making the game much slower and less dynamic than it is today. However, in 1897, the first team to advance the ball by dribbling it was credited with this innovative move, and it was eventually adopted as an official rule 4 years later. At first, players were only allowed 1 dribble per possession, but this rule has since evolved to allow for more fluid gameplay and more creative dribbling techniques. Another essential basketball move, the slam dunk, was actually banned for several years before being allowed again in the 1976 to 1977 season. The ban on the slam dunk was put in place just before the 1967-1968 season, as officials believed that the move was too aggressive and could lead to injury. However, it was later decided that the slam dunk was a valuable and exciting part of the game, and it was eventually allowed once again. These rule changes and evolutions over time have contributed to the fast-paced and dynamic nature of modern basketball and have made the game what it is today. Place number 2. The 1979 NCAA tournament was the start of basketball greats. College basketball is a beloved and popular sport, but one game in particular stands out in the minds of many spectators. The Michigan State versus Indiana State college basketball game of 1979, played during the NCAA tournament, is widely regarded as one of the best games in the sport's history. This iconic matchup featured 2 future NBA stars, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who had never faced each other prior to this tournament. The game was an instant classic, with both Johnson and Bird putting on a show for fans and showcasing their incredible talent on the court. This game is significant not only because of its entertainment value, but also because it marked the beginning of a new era in basketball. Johnson and Bird would go on to become 2 of the greatest players in NBA history, with their rivalry becoming a legendary part of basketball lore. The matchup between Johnson and Bird in the 1979 NCAA tournament set the stage for future greats to emerge and become stars in the NBA, cementing the game's place in basketball history as a pivotal moment for the sport. Place number 1, Michael Jordan paid fines for wearing his shoes. Most people associate Michael Jordan with his legendary Air Jordans, which have become an iconic shoe due to their record-breaking sales numbers. However, what many may not know is that the shoes were initially against NBA dress code. Despite this, Jordan continued to wear them during games and paid a fine each time, rather than play without them. Over time, the shoes became so popular that the NBA eventually allowed them to be worn on the court. If you're a basketball fan looking to get in the spirit of the game, be sure to check out the Red Bull 3X event page for more information on the upcoming 3x3 basketball tournament. The tournament will be held in 20 cities across the United States and will showcase some of the best basketball talent in the country. With high-energy games, intense competition, and plenty of opportunities for fans to get in on the action, the Red Bull 3X tournament is sure to be an exciting and unforgettable experience for all basketball fans. So mark your calendars and get ready to witness some of the best 3x3 basketball in the country.